Just a few kilometers to the center of Charmahal and Bakhtiari province lies a historic castle. The Chelshtor Castle was constructed by the order of Riahi family who ruled the area around 120 years ago. Chaleshtor used to be the center of provincial governance during the Safavid era. Walking through such mansions gives you a special feeling. It takes you deep back into history. The castle comprises several parts, beginning with a big yard with stone columns on both sides. Some of the old rooms have been renovated and put at the disposal of local artisans and craftsmen to pursue their trade. We ran into an old couple in the corner of the castle. Together, they have been spinning the wheels of the region's traditional art for half a century. They warmly welcomed us and said they are intent on pursuing the job to the very last day of their lives, hoping future generations will also feel responsible and follow in their footsteps. After you leave the first big yard behind, on one side of the castle you see an old bathhouse. We went inside and took a look. And here you find a recreation of traditional Iranian baths. We'll check it out together now. Here you get to see the way people used to take baths in the past, the functions of different parts of the bathhouse, and the things they used for washing. So, this is what old bathhouses used to look like. It reminded me of other bathhouses elsewhere in Iran, like Ganjali Khan bathhouse in Kerman. Outside the bathhouse, there was a long corridor with paintings on both sides, which led us to another part of the castle at one end. Iranian and foreign visitors were scattered all over the place, watching with admiration. The archaeological museum attracted our attention and that of the visitors to the castle. The Chaleshtor Castle also has a great museum to pay a visit to. Here old pitchers, pots, farming tools, and other objects used by Iranians in the region ages ago were put on display. After taking a look around the museum, we found our way into another large yard with a magnificent building at one end. This part is called the Khan-neshin or Ayani-neshin part. That's where the rulers used to live. I asked an expert for some explanation about the historic location.
این مجموعه از نظر بعد معماری که معرف معماری خاص ایرانی بر اساس اقلیم چهارمحال و بختیاری هست ساخته شده، یعنی ایوان‌های ستوندار سنگی مرتفع به سمت جنوب جهت استفاده بیشتر در مواقع سرد از نور و گرمای خورشید.
The building is a mix of European and Iranian architecture. Here you find a marriage of Iranian traditional painting that's known as the flower and bird style with what is called as Old London style painting. Some of the paintings are from legendary characters mentioned by Persian poems and writers. Added to the decorated parts are calligraphy work done on tiles and stones.
این نقاشی ها به سبک لندنی معروف هستند چون که این سبک غربی هست و در ایران از دوره صفویه به مرور نفوذ پیدا کرده و در اواخر قاجاریه یعنی همزمان تقریبا با این قلعه به اوج خودش رسیده.
And that's our visit to a major landmark of Charmahal and Bakhtiari province, the great Chelshtor Castle. Behruz Najafi reporting for Iran.